called the Dream Life Digest. It lands in your inbox every Tuesday. It's where I go a little bit deeper on all things manifestation, feminine energy, mindset, money, relationships, all of it, and it's a little bit more personal too. So if you want to join the inner circle, the link for that is down below. So first of all, before we get into the meat of the video, what is this idea of collapsing time? You've probably heard it before and maybe it made no sense. Collapsing time, it means closing the gap and reducing the time between where you are now and where you want to be. And that happens by shifting into alignment with it now instead of operating on someday or not yet. Time isn't what actually creates your manifestation. Alignment is. Now, I'm not saying that you can be like, oh, I want $1 million in my bank account, and poof, it's there. We still live in a 3D world and things still need to move through physical reality, right? That money has to come from somewhere. But when you're in full alignment, that process happens way faster. In other words, when you believe something is far away, right? When you're operating from the mentality of not yet, of someday, but not right now, your brain and behavior act like it's unavailable. You take hesitant action, you overlook opportunities, you unconsciously delay it. When you decide it's available now and you embody the version of you who has it now, your brain sees it as real and it treats it differently. You make bolder choices, you see openings faster, and everything lines up more quickly. So practically speaking, time isn't literally bending. What's happening is that by shifting your energy, your beliefs, your energy now, you collapse the perceived gap between you and your goal by triggering the thoughts, the behaviors, the external responses, the actions that will quickly speed it up. It's like compressing the usual steps just into a much shorter window. So when I say collapse time, I'm talking about collapsing the mental and energetic distance between you and what you want. And that's exactly what these 7 shifts are going to teach you how to do, to step into alignment with your desires right now so that they can show up way faster than you thought possible. Now, here's the first thing that you need to drill into your brain. You don't manifest what you want. You manifest what you are. You bring into your reality that which is a match for your identity and your self-concept every time. So you don't get the life and then become her. You become her and then you get the life. And one thing about your self-concept and your identity is that your brain is constantly scanning and collecting evidence about who you are based on how you show up. And here's the thing, even though this might sound a little silly and superficial, your appearance is the fastest and easiest lever that you can pull to start to embody the identity that produces the outcome you want. Think about it. When you put on a blazer, you sit up straighter and feel more powerful at work. When you do your hair, you feel more like that girl. When you dress like the CEO version of you, you start making CEO level decisions. When you put on a cute workout set in the morning, you're way more likely to make decisions and act from the place of someone who prioritizes their health, their wellness, and their fitness. Your external choices immediately influences your internal state, and your internal state influences your actions, which then creates results. And the reason why I'm bringing this up first is because it's the easiest place to start, because it's purely external. This is the one thing you have direct control over. Your mind and your beliefs can't push up against it. Your nervous system can't try to resist it. Do you get what I mean? Because inner change feels harder than external change, but external change influences internal change. So ask yourself, how would I show up if I already had everything that I wanted to manifest? If I already became a best-selling author, how would I show up? What would I wear? If I already had my own 6-figure business and I wanted to go work at a coffee shop, how would that 6-figure version of me do that? How would she show up? What would she wear? Would she have a slick back bun? Would she look all nice, or would she look like a slob? If I was already confident and bold, how would I show up? How would I dress? What would my makeup look like? So think about the version of you who already has whatever you want, and think about it. Close your eyes and think about it. How does she present herself? How does she get ready in the morning? And then wake up and do that. And if you're short on time but still want to look your best, still want to feel like your best self, well, that brings me to today's sponsor, Typology. I love using Typology products to create a quick, natural, effortless look. If you don't know Typology, they're a French skincare brand known for their clean, minimalist formulas. They're vegan, cruelty-free, and made with over 95% naturally derived ingredients. So let me show you what exact products I use and really love. I first start with their Glow Drops, which are packed with vitamin C and aloe vera. They instantly brighten and give my skin a fresh glow. Then I go in with the Tinted Serum, which has vitamin C, squalane, and aloe vera. It gives light, breathable coverage that evens out my skin tone, but still lets my real skin show through, and it looks and feels natural. Next, I dab on a little bit of the Tinted Concealer where I need it. It's enriched with caffeine and niacinamide, so it reduces the appearance of dark circles and puffiness and blemishes instantly, and also over the long term. For lips, I use the Tinted Lip Oil with squalane and jojoba oil. It's hydrating, non-sticky, and gives that polished finish, and I also like to put it on my cheeks too for a little blush. I always like to have a little rosy cheeks. Then I finish with the serum mascara, which has castor oil and pea peptides to nourish and strengthen lashes while adding a little definition. And when you use my link below, Typology is giving you a free hydrating cleansing milk with every purchase that's $40 or over, but it's only for 1 week from the day of posting this, so don't miss it. So thank you, Typology, and let's get back into it. The second thing you absolutely need, and I mean need, to manifest and manifest quicker is energetic coherence. So coherence is when your thoughts, your emotions, your words, and your actions are all telling the same story. So these 4 things have to be tuned to the same frequency and going in the same direction. Let me give you an example, okay? Maybe you are trying to manifest more money, but your thoughts are, I never have enough. Your emotions are constantly stressed about bills. You're telling your friends, I'm so broke. And your actions are avoiding looking at your bank account. Do you see how you're trying to manifest more money, but these 4 things are actually going in a different direction? No wonder nothing's happening, right? You're pressing the gas and the brake at the same time. Let me give you another example. Maybe you want to manifest your soulmate. You want love, but your thoughts are, all the good ones are taken. Your emotions are frustrated and resentful toward men. You're telling your friends, dating is so hard, there's no one out there for me. And your actions are staying home every single weekend. You say you want love, but your thoughts, your emotions, your words, and your actions are all broadcasting to the universe, love isn't available to me. And that is energetic coherence, right? All these 4 things are in alignment with each other. It's just in the wrong direction. And here's the problem. Your brain can't build all of these conflicting realities at once. So what happens is that your brain chooses the one that's most consistent, the one that it's most familiar with. And usually that's the one you're in right now that you're trying to move away from, the you in financial lack, or the you with no soulmate. Okay, so again, your thoughts, your emotions, your words, your actions. When these 4 things are saying the same thing, that is when your manifestations will come in so much faster because you're not fighting in all these different directions anymore. So I want you to think about what you really want to manifest and run through these 4 things. What thoughts am I thinking about this? What emotions and feelings do I have around this thing? How do I speak about it? And lastly, what do I actually do about it? And are all 4 of these telling the same story and in alignment with my manifestation? Or are they telling the story of why I don't have it yet? The universe doesn't respond to what you want. It doesn't care what you desire. It only responds to the energy you put out. When manifestations happen quickly, it's not magic, it's not luck. It's coherence. And by the way, if you keep feeling negative emotions when you think about your manifestations, that's okay. It's just feedback. It means that you are mentally dwelling on things that you don't want. That's all emotions are, just signals showing you where your energy is pointed to. So use that experience as a gentle reminder to shift your focus back to what you do want. Now, all of those things, your thoughts, your emotions, your words, your actions, they don't just come out of nowhere. They all flow from the same source. They all flow from your core beliefs. Your identity and your beliefs have to be a match to that which you want, because again, you don't manifest what you want, you manifest what you are. Whatever is an energetic match for your self-concept and your beliefs is what's going to enter your reality. So if you want to manifest amazing health, but your identity is, I'm a sick person, and my main belief is my body is broken, your brain will generate thoughts that match that belief, your emotions will echo it, your words will reinforce it, and your actions will keep proving it. Do you see how much your self-concept and your core beliefs shift these 4 things? So here's what to do if you want your manifestation to come in and come in as quickly as possible. So think about your manifestation and don't try to manifest everything at once right now. Just pick one thing. And you're gonna sit there and think, the person who already has what I want, what beliefs does this person have? What is their identity? Forget about you for a second and where you're at, but this person, what are their thoughts and beliefs? If you want to manifest financial abundance, what does someone with financial abundance believe? Maybe money flows to me easily, or I'm naturally good with money, or opportunities just find me. If you want to manifest your dream relationship, what does someone in their dream relationship already believe? Maybe I'm worthy of deep love, or maybe healthy relationships are normal for me, or maybe I attract aligned people. Okay, so think about your specific manifestation and write down, just do a big brain dump of this person's beliefs. And if you're having a really hard time getting started with this, you can actually tell ChatGPT your desire, your manifestation, and then tell it to give you some ideas for the beliefs and the self-concept this person would hold. I mean, I would really recommend coming up with many of them on your own, but sometimes you just need a little something to get started, and that can help. Oh, and once you have a list of all these, actually, you can copy and paste them into ChatGPT and tell it to write you an identity script for them, which is also super helpful, and that's what I use. Okay, so now that you have these beliefs super duper clear, or maybe you have an identity script through ChatGPT, that's good too. And this is all written out either in a notebook or in, the Notes app on your phone or whatever. These are the beliefs that you are going to hold and that you are going to have to come back to time and time again, day after day after day. You can't just write these down once and never look at your notebook again. You have to look at this every single day. The best way to do this is to read them and read them aloud morning and night, because during those morning and night moments, our subconscious is a bit more open and it's a bit more malleable. And I mean like right before bed, right after waking up. Okay, but listen, you cannot just read them. You can't just pretend that you're this person. You can't just recite your affirmations in the same way you order coffee. The key is this: you have to embody them. Okay, but what does that mean though? What's the difference between pretending to be that person versus embodying that person? Pretending is just going through the motions. You say these beliefs in hopes that eventually you'll feel it. Embodying is the opposite. Embodying means you get in touch with the energy, the thoughts, the beliefs, the identity, and you feel it in here. You have to internalize it. Think about the best actors and actresses. They are not pretending. They're not just playing a part. They didn't just memorize some lines and then say it with a camera in their face. They're embodying the character. Embodying means it comes from the soul. It's felt in the body. It starts inside the body and it spills outward. Okay, so when you read and speak these beliefs, or maybe the identity script you had made, you're not just reading it. You're feeling it. You're embodying it. It needs to be felt in your body and move inward and outward through you. And when you embody those beliefs, that's when those 4 crucial things, your thoughts, your emotions, your words, and your actions, will start lining up naturally, a bit more effortlessly to your desire, and you will become an energetic match for that which you want. You'll be on the right frequency. You'll take aligned action. You'll notice opportunities that you didn't see before. So often we try to manifest something while our beliefs are quietly inside arguing against it. That doesn't work. You can't just desire something. You have to live in the state of already having it, feeling it, believing as if you are already that person. But what if, no matter how hard you try, you just can't embody these beliefs? You just can't feel it. Here is the solution to your problem and what you may need to fix about your approach to manifestation so that things can come in a bit more effortlessly and quickly. If your brain can't really get on board with those beliefs and your body can't really feel what it feels like to ever have that thing, you won't manifest it. Here's the problem. You're jumping too far for your nervous system. That leap you're trying to take is too massive for your nervous system to handle. Let me help you understand. If you're trying to go from I'm totally broke to I make $100 million a year and drive a Lamborghini, your nervous system is gonna be like, sure, totally, right. It's gonna think it's a joke, right? Can you really feel and embody what $100 million a year feels like when you've only ever made $50,000 a year? Now, of course, nothing is impossible, but think about how much your nervous system and your beliefs have to stretch to get there. And so this is why you use what I call the ladder approach. If your manifestation is just not working and you feel your beliefs blocking you and you just are really struggling to tap into that identity and embody the identity of the person who already has that thing, you can take a smaller leap and use it like a step on a ladder. So let's take your career, for example. Instead of, I'm the CEO of a Fortune 500 company, maybe the first step of the ladder that you need to step to is, I'm good at what I do. Then it moves to, I'm a leader in my field. Then opportunities find me easily. Then I run a successful company. We're still eventually getting to the end result. We're just using the steps of the ladder to shift our beliefs so that we're making progress instead of just staying stagnant. Or let's take your health, for example. Instead of, I have perfect health and I run marathons, maybe you start with, every single day, my body is healing, even if I don't feel it yet. Then it's, every day I'm getting stronger. Then it's, I feel energetic and vibrant. Then it's finally, I have amazing health. Whatever energy and belief system you embody is what you're gonna manifest. And sometimes when our current reality and our nervous system capacity is so far away from what we want, we need little stepping stones to get there to make it a little bit more doable for ourselves. It's not playing small, it's just being strategic and understanding how the nervous system works and focusing on momentum instead of perfection. Your manifestation will happen so much quicker, so much faster when it's something that feels believable and achievable to you. When you can actually embody it, when you can feel it and internalize it and feel it coming from your soul. That's why the ladder works so well. It allows you to take those steps so you can actually fully feel it in your soul and embody it so that your nervous system can then expand your capacity to receive it, and then you can keep going up and up and up. If you try to go from 0 to 50 feet up in the air and you keep jumping and jumping, you won't get anywhere. But if you just take out the ladder and put it there and climb up step by step, you'll get there in no time. The next thing that's slowing down your manifestation, and trust me, we are all guilty of this, myself included, is something you're probably doing all the time. You saying, well, when is it gonna happen? When? When am I gonna meet the love of my life? When am I gonna have the money? When will I get the job? When? And I get it. I'm impatient too. And when you want something so badly, of course you want to know when it's gonna come in. But here's the thing, when it comes to manifestation, you can't live in the energy of when. Like Neville Goddard said, you have to, quote, live in the end. That means you have to start thinking as if it's already yours, as if it's already all unfolding right now. Because when you're constantly asking, when is it gonna happen? When am I gonna have that thing? What you're actually telling your brain is, I don't have it yet. And do you see how this pulls you out of energetic alignment with the desires you're trying to call in, and how it creates energetic incoherence, like we talked about before? But I want to break this down practically here, because you know that's what I'm all about. If you're trying to manifest more money or love or a new house or whatever, you're right. You don't have it yet. That thing that you want is not currently in your reality, but you have to think about it differently. It's not, when will this happen? It's already unfolding. It's already happening. It's inevitable. It doesn't matter when the exact moment comes because it's already happening. It's like when you order food from a restaurant. You don't sit there thinking, oh my gosh, is it coming? Is it gonna come? I don't know if it's gonna come. When is it gonna come? When is it coming though? No, you're calm, you're chill. That plate of food is not in front of you. It is not in your reality, but you know with full certainty that it's already on its way. It's already being made in the background. So you're not really dwelling on when it's coming because it's handled. And that's the energy you have to hold with your manifestations. Right now, you might not see your desire physically in front of you. Just like that plate of food isn't on your table yet, but it's already on its way. It's being prepared behind the scenes. And when you can rest in that certainty, instead of staying frazzled and spiraling about when, you stay aligned with the version of you who already has it. And that's exactly what speeds it up. It keeps you in energetic coherence. Another thing that might be slowing down your manifestations, and this might sound funny, but is when your manifestations feel way too exciting and so amazing and so marvelous. And again, I know that sounds a little crazy, but hear me out. Let's just say that you want to manifest $1 million, okay? And every time you think about receiving $1 million, your heart starts racing and you feel butterflies in your stomach and you feel the blood like pulsing through your veins, and it feels like you won the lottery. It feels like that kind of feeling. That means your desire is not ordinary and it's not normal to you. It means it's not casual and natural to you. So if you want to manifest $1 million, you have to think about your desire the same way you think about having running water in your house. Lovely, so grateful, but also a totally normal part of your everyday life. The only people who will scream of excitement that they have running water in their house are the people who sadly don't have it. Do you get what I mean? If whatever you desire actually became a part of your life, the new house, the new love, the new business, whatever, it would still feel casual and ordinary. Maybe you want to manifest a partner and marriage. Okay, well, I'm married, and guess what? It's ordinary and normal. I don't wake up screaming of excitement every single day, oh my God, I'm married. There are people out there who have hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, and that money to them feels ordinary and normal. So when you put your desire up on this pedestal, and when you think about it, you're like, oh my gosh, that would be amazing. That's actually your nervous system going, whoa, that's really different for us, big change. And whether those changes are good or bad, it doesn't matter. Your nervous system doesn't really like change. it likes what's familiar. And what does your nervous system do when it senses these big life changes, when it senses a potential threat? It tries to protect you from them by creating resistance, or maybe making you self-sabotage or procrastinate. Anything that'll keep you in your familiar comfort zone. So here's what most people get wrong. The intensity of your desire does not speed up your manifestation. It almost always creates internal friction that slows it down. So when you're thinking about your manifestation, don't think about it as, OMG. Think about it as, this is ordinary. Let it feel utterly ordinary. And if you're really trying to embody and tap into the identity of someone who already has that thing, to them, that thing is ordinary. To your brain, ordinary equals safe. And so when something finally feels safe, that's when your nervous system, your unconscious mind, your body actually allows it in and lets you receive it. So instead of, this is the one thing that's gonna change my whole life, start thinking, of course this is gonna happen. That's just normal for me. When you visualize your manifestation and try to feel it and embody it, it should feel as ordinary and familiar as having running water in your house, or having your morning coffee in the morning, or having this phone in your purse that lets you talk to people all over the world. Absolutely lovely and amazing, so grateful, but also totally normal. If you're struggling with letting your desires feel normal and ordinary to you, don't visualize, don't think about that exact moment where, it's the very first time that you receive it. Think about how you would feel 2 years after you already have that thing. How does it feel now that it's just a part of your regular Tuesday? Lastly, something that might be slowing down your manifestations is your lack of focus and certainty. But first, let's start with focus. You're trying to manifest everything at once. You want the relationship and the money and the new job and the move to the new city and the hot body. You can manifest multiple things at once. You absolutely can. People do it all the time. The real problem isn't wanting multiple different things. It's the energetic scattering and identity wobbling when you try to embody them all at once. When you try to quantum leap into everything at once, sometimes what happens is that none of the identities fully get embodied. When you're trying to embody the wealthy version of you and the in love version of you and the successful entrepreneur version of you and the healthy version of you, sometimes it can start to feel a little bit muddled. And those core beliefs that you need to embody to manifest become a little weak and diluted. It's kind of like skimming the surface on all of them a little bit instead of going really deep on one and having it feel really natural and effortless and have it become almost automatic to you. Do you see how when you're trying to embody the core beliefs of, I manage money well, and also at the same time, I am worthy of love and there is someone out there for me, and all these other things all at once, how you're going in all these different directions. Again, it is possible, but sometimes it can make it harder because you lack focus. And then there's your lack of certainty. Well, do I even want this? Actually, I don't know what I'm thinking. This is silly. There's no way this will ever come into my life. Actually, you know what? I want this. I want this. It's like being at a restaurant and you tell the waiter, I'll have the salmon. But then 5 minutes later, you're like, you know what? Actually, the steak. Or actually, the salad. Wait, you know what? I'm gonna have the salmon. And then 10 minutes later, you know what? I got it. The pasta. And what happens? Nothing gets cooked. Your meal takes forever to come out because the kitchen doesn't know what to make. That's what happens energetically when you keep bouncing between all these different things constantly. Think about this. If you put a plain piece of paper outside on the ground in the sun will warm up that paper a little bit. But if you took out your magnifying glass and you put it so it was creating that little sunbeam, that little light beam down into the paper, what happens is that it burns the paper and it catches on fire. It's because focused energy is so much stronger. So if you focus your energy and stay in energetic coherence with one clear desire, you'll embody